It's time for Donkey of the Day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the hee-haw.
Did she get donkey today? Please tell me.
Absolutely.
I have become Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Friday, April 13th goes to a young Floridian named Kanisha Posey. Now, I am disappointed that nobody from Florida has gotten Donkey of the Day all week. You know what your Uncle Charlotte always tells you. The craziest people in the world come from the Bronx and all of Florida. And just when I look up and say, wow, Florida hasn't gotten a Donkey of the Day all week, Kanisha comes through. Now, truthfully, I could have given Kanisha Donkey of the Day at any point this week, but I simply forgot. And every time I come across this story, I chuckle, so I might as well give her the credit she deserves for being stupid on this fine Friday the 13th. Now, Kanisha was arrested last month on drug possession charges. She's 26 years old and was one of two passengers in a car that was swerving in the roadway when it was stopped by Fort Pierce Police in Florida on March 21st, according to the police report. An officer approached the car and smelled an odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. Well, during a search of the car, the officer found cocaine and marijuana in separate bags inside a purse. Now, in Florida, people have been mixing cocaine in their weed for years. So that's not an odd combination. People call that woolers or bunk. I actually smoked weed and coke in a blunt once by accident. And I actually was with some people from Florida. Y'all never smoked weed in the blunt?
No.
With cocaine?
No.
Envy Angela?
No.
Oh, okay.
Never.
Well, your Uncle Charlotte has lived, all right? Well, you know, when I was with these people from Florida, they was just passing a blunt around smoking, and I hit the blunt with them, and I just remember this smell. It had a very unique fragrance. You know how when you walk into a bakery and it smells pleasant? But imagine walking into that bakery, you know, getting a little donut or something, and then standing in line to pay for that donut, and you behind someone who just farted. The fragrance of cakes and pies would be mixed in with the ass gas, so it's like a sweet and sour scent. You know, you feel me? So I didn't realize I was smoking weed laced with coke at the time, but when I was around it again and around people who are openly lacing their blunts, I smelled it, and I smelled that same fragrance, okay? And I knew, unbeknownst to me, of course, that I had smoked it prior, not to mention the high was amazing. Now, kids, please, don't do drugs, okay? Your Uncle Charlotte did that, so you don't have to go through that. But that cocaine and weed high was incredible. And in my younger days, I would have smoked it again. By accident, of course. Now, Kanisha Posey got caught with weed and cocaine. She was driving erratically on the road. Cops pulled her over, and she admitted the weed was hers. But when it came to the cocaine, this is why Kanisha Posey is getting Donkey of the Day. Now, keep in mind, she's from Florida. And I tell you all the time, all the craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. And Florida people are so crazy that they think everyone else around them is crazy too. So Kanisha, when asked about the cocaine, looked the police officer dead in his eye, according to the police report, and said, "I don't know anything about any cocaine. It's a windy day. It must have flown through the window and into my purse." Now, we live in a world where at some point somebody believed in the Immaculate Conception. Some people believed we were getting Dr. Dre's Detox album. Some people believe that we believe that Beijing blackout they be putting on their hair and beard is real. So it's not far-fetched for Kanisha to believe that someone would believe that it was a windy day in Florida and cocaine just magically flew through the window and into her purse. Unfortunately, the police didn't believe that on this day. And Kanisha was booked into the county jail on one felony count of cocaine possession and a misdemeanor count of marijuana possession. And she is now out on bond. Some Donkey of the Days just sell themselves. Please give Kanisha Posey the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw. All right. So you don't think it could have just flew in the window, huh?
My G.
I'm just asking.
Relax, my brother.
I'm just asking.
I can't believe you never smoked weed and coke.
I
What?
haven't.
No.
You ever did coke by itself?
I don't want to. No, I've never
No.
done coke.
Nope.
Okay. Just asking.
Just tell me.
Gosh, we all have a past.
Okay.
Unless what's in ecstasy? Is cocaine in it?
I don't know.
Sometimes. Sometimes it is. You may not have had a pure ecstasy pill, a pure form of what, MDMA, or is it MSA or MMA? What is it? I know it's some type of
MMA.
initials.
NBA.
Don't get me talking about acronyms. Leave me alone.
My
I don't know
goodness.
nothing about no young MA. I ain't never popped no young MA.